Okay, this is Johnny Boy Boxing at FightHype. I'm here with Richardson Hitchins, Brooklyn's own. How you feeling, champ?
Feeling good, feeling great. Man, blessed.
Awesome. Where we at? Tell the people where we at. The award you're receiving right now, the key to the city, Union City, New Jersey.
Yeah, it's been Union City, New Jersey. I'm getting the key to the city at the Culture Center. Great experience, blessed to be here. It just shows that the hard work is paying off. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you coming from Brooklyn and just getting all these awards, like, did you manifest this in your head? Did you realize that this is going to be happening to you, all these blessings?
Some things I didn't manifest, but for the most part, yeah. I seen it with ones that was there before me. You know, I was around a lot of guys that was doing what I'm doing now years ago. So I got to pick up and see certain things, the ins and outs. So, yeah, I expected this.
You had conversations with Floyd. He told you about how great you were going to be. I saw interviews you talking about that. But now it's really happening. You have the IBF championship. I mean, you have so many fighters. You're in probably one of the hottest divisions in boxing. Teofimo Lopez, Rayo, he fights tomorrow.
Yeah.
Talking about Teofimo Lopez, what's your reaction to Teo facing Barbosa? I know you were calling for that fight, banging the drum. I know you wanted to get it on with Teo, make him pay, Battle of Brooklyn. What are your thoughts on that?
I just look at it like this. At the end of the day, Teo, I don't know if Teo's online saying Turkey felt like I wasn't worth the money I was looking for. We never got an offer. We never asked. We never even put an offer out on the table. And I think Barbosa is getting $1 million or a little bit over $1 million to fight Teofimo. At the end of the day, Richardson Hitchins is a world champion. My name is way bigger than Barbosa. And the storyline between me and Teo would have been a great fight to make it happen in New York City. I think that if Turkey was able to put the right money on the table, the fight would have been done. Teo, I don't believe Teo really wanted to fight. He did a lot of talking, but I don't think he was ready to really press the issue, because if he really wanted to, I think that we could have came to agreement. And he said that he's not even in it for the money. He's in it for the big fights. That's what he wants. He wants in for big fights. There's no other big fight at 140 division but Richardson Hitchins. 2 champions, unification match. But he took the other road. Hopefully we could revisit the conversation. I'm looking to go out in June, have a big homecoming in New York, a dominant performance, a spectacular performance, prove that I am one of the best fighters in the world, and hopefully that these guys put the money up and make sure we can put the biggest and best fights in boxing, because, you know, that's what Turkey says he's in the game for. That's what Teo said he want to do. That's what I want to do. So let's make it happen.
Absolutely. So if you have to play the waiting game, do you have an opponent for?
There's a lot of guys on the table right now. A lot of guys. You know, George Kambosos is an option. We got a few other names they said that would be definitely tough fights. I don't want to say their names yet, but, you know, George Kambosos is definitely one of the guys that wouldn't make sense right now, because he's with Eddie right now. He has a fight coming up next month. Let's see how he does. And but we do have other guys that can able to take that spot for the homecoming. So it really doesn't matter. I think that me and George Kambosos have real animosity, real beef we got to handle, and I think that he'll be the guy, the poster boy to show Teo, like, this is what you're supposed to do to him when he came to New York. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm gonna make an example out of Kambosos if we do end up fighting.
Okay, so if you get the past Kambosos, you're successful about that. Tomorrow night, Gervonta Davis fights Lamont Roach. Rayo fights Russell. What do you think about that opponent? Because Rayo might be available if he wins, or Russell might be available if he wins. What are your thoughts on those two
I'm
fighters?
willing to unify with any 140 champion. Literally. I'm
Whoever gets that belt.
I said what I said, and I mean what I said. I'm willing to unify with any 140 champion. I won't be at 140 for too long. Obviously, I've been at the weight class for a minute. I do believe that I'm still comfortable at making 140, but with the IBF, like I said, I spoke before I got it, I'm not too comfortable with the IBF rehydration clause, so we're looking to unify ASAP so I can not have to deal with that. Matias have a fight tomorrow. He's looking to fight for the eliminator spot. That's a fight I'm open to. Like I said, the first time I never got a contract from Matias, and let's get it straight. I was never offered a fight with Matias. I became Matias mandatory the minute became his mandatory. He lost. If he didn't lose, most likely we'd have been competing against each other. But good luck to him tomorrow. We'll see what the future holds when it comes to Sabrio Matias. And I'm pretty sure that was one of the questions you had for me. But yeah. Rayo, if he get it done, Garrett get it done, let's unify. Puello, Santa Martin, let's unify. Barbosa, winner Barbosa, Teofimo, let's unify. It's time to the 140 belt's been, you know, we've been playing fucking hot potato with this shit. Let's see who's ready to go. I feel like I said, I'm one of the best fighters in the world, so let's make it happen.
So you spoke about moving up, moving up soon. But would you like to be undisputed at 140 pounds? Can you be that patient to wait for everybody? If you win, you already have 2 titles. Now you're the man because now you're holding two belts. Everybody's gonna want to see you, and then that'll probably entice Teofimo Lopez to take the shot with you and try to be undisputed.
To be honest, at this level, the belts, of course, being a world champion is everything. But right now, I already accomplished that. It's about making the biggest fights happen. Do I want to be undisputed? I mean, if it's gonna make my checks bigger, of course. But if not, I want to really go up to 140. I'm gonna hunt down the big names, the Devin Haney's, the Ryan Garcias, the mega fights, the big fights, the biggest fights possible, the Teofimos. So that's really maybe what I want to do if I don't have time to unify with the whole division.
Okay, so what's your final message? Well, before your final message, I got to ask you about Bud, punking Teofimo Lopez, and Riyadh. He was talking a big game. He was, saying a lot of derogatory remarks. What do you think about that? He ran up on him, and then he changed his whole tune.
I think Teo's a bitch, and I feel like Bud did the right thing. He was in Turkey. He probably would have came up and fetched him up, and probably would have got time out there or something. So I think what he did was kind of the strategic, smart way, not really check his energy, but I don't think Bud would have really took it there just because they was in Saudi Arabia. They have different laws out there. He probably would have went down for attempt murder after what he was doing Teo. So I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I really don't got to. I already said all my opinions on Teofimo Lopez. Now it's time to make the fight happen. I don't want to keep talking about this guy. Obviously, the fight ain't happening next. So now my focus on whoever's the next guy willing to step in there with me.
Okay, what's your final message to everybody at 147 then? Because
Richardson Hitchins is the best fighter in the division, period. It don't matter. I'm not ducking or dodging nobody. Richardson Hitchins is the best 140-pounder in the division. And like I said, I will go out there over and over and prove it over and over. And if I feel any other way, come shut me up because I know how to talk a lot. So I'm going to keep saying it again. So somebody shut me up, I'm going to keep saying I'm the best.
That's it, man. It's Johnny Boy Boxing at FightHype. Richardson Hitchins, we appreciate your time. Brooklyn in the house.
I appreciate you, Johnny Boy.
That's it. One love.